Hello students, as I've been uploading second year civics in the YouTube, now I'm uploading Constitution and Salient Features of India. Go through the lecture for once, twice and thrice, listen to it very carefully and understand it properly. And while listening, you can zoom the text matter what is there on the explanation part of it. Maybe it looks smaller, but once when you start zooming it, you can able to see the sentences very clearly. Go through the lecture and understand it. All the best. Hello students, let us discuss today about the sources of Indian Constitution is concerned. Means from where did we have taken the sources and we prepared our own constitution. On your screen you can see several acts have contributed for the sources of Indian Constitution also. Framers borrowed the features of the previous legislation such as Government of India Act 1858, Indian Councils Act 1861, 1892, 1909, Government of India Act 1919, 1935, and the Indian Independence Act. Now, all this, acted as a source of the Indian Constitution is concerned. All this acted as the sources of the Indian Constitution. Now, let us discuss about from what all the countries we have taken, what are all the the important elements from the other countries' constitution. These are some of the sources of the Indian Constitution what you can able to see. The first sources, major has come from Government of India Act 1935, in which we have studied about the office of the governor. We have, included it. We have studied about the emergency provisions and the administrative details. We also studied, taken Public Service Commission is concerned. So this is the one which has contributed from the Government of India Act 1935. Similarly, parliamentary government, cabinet system, rule of law, and parliamentary privileges, bicameralism, we have taken from the British. Fundamental rights, independence of judiciary, judicial review, impeachment of president, removal of Supreme Court and High Court justice, we have taken from the US. Directive principles of state policy, we have taken from Irish. Federation of with a strong center, we have taken from Canadian, and the rest and all, concurrent list, we have taken from Australia. Suspension of the fundamental rights, we have drawn from Germany. Fundamental duties and the ideals of the justice, we have taken from the USSR. Similarly, republic and the ideals of liberty, equality, fraternity, in the preamble, we have taken from French. Similarly, procedure for amending the constitution, how to change the constitution, we have taken from South African. Similarly, procedure established by law, we have taken from the Japanese constitution. So these are some of the sources of the Indian Constitution is concerned. Now, a Constituent Assembly appointed a constitutional drafting committee is concerned. Means this committee was in charge, this committee was responsible in preparing the Indian Constitution is concerned. On your screen, you can see Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar headed the Constitutional Drafting Committee is concerned. Now, Bhimrao Ambedkar is also a wise constitutional expert. Bhimrao Ambedkar is a wise constitutional expert, and look at this. He had studied nearly about the 60 countries' constitution. Before drafting the Indian Constitution, finally, he has taken the support of 60 countries, or he has taken the help of the 60 countries' constitution, and taken some of the important elements from that constitution, and for that sake, he's been regarded as the father of the Indian Constitution is concerned. So this is it. And to the right side, you can see the Constitutional Drafting Committee, you can see, wherein Ambedkar, along with seven members, taken the responsibility of drafting the Indian Constitution is concerned. Now, who are all the members? The members are Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, N. Gopal Swamy, Ambedkar, K. M. Munshi, Mohammad Sadullah, B. L. Mittal, and D. P. Keitan. At its first meeting on 30th August 1947, the drafting committee elected B. R. Ambedkar as its chairman. So, the drafting committee elected B. R. Ambedkar, who was a law expert, to take up the responsibility of preparing the Indian Constitution is concerned. Next one. What are the facts of Indian Constitution? As a citizens of India, we should know this particular, little facts. I'm not going into the whole facts, but the little facts is concerned. What are the little facts? The little facts is there on your screen. First one, our constitution is the longest constitution in the world. There's no doubt. Why it is longest, we discuss in the features. Then, originally, our constitution was not printed, it was a handwritten. Originally, the Constitution of India was not printed, it was handwritten. And the sideways of the Constitution is being designed, and that was, done, artistic, the experts from the Bengal. Similarly, Constitution narrating an extensive journey. It's not an easy task. The Constitution narrating nearly took 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days to prepare the Constitution. So it was an extensive journey. And 26 January, why we have chosen that particular date? Because in the Indian national movement, we declared this date as complete Purna Swarajyam, or complete independence is concerned. And our constitution is also a bag of borrowings, because we borrowed the important elements from the other countries' constitution, and our constitution is the world's best constitution is concerned. There's no doubt why the constitution is best constitution. We discuss in the coming classes is concerned. But these are some of the facts as a students of political science, as citizens of India. We should know what exactly is the facts of Indian constitution. The facts are, our constitution is the longest constitution in the world. Originally, the constitution was not printed; it was handwritten. The borders of the constitution was, done by an artistic way from the Bengal, and our constitution narrating was an extensive extensive journey. And 26th January was chosen because there is some reason in the Indian national movement also. And our constitution is a bag of borrowings, because we have borrowed other countries' constitution, and our constitution is the world's best constitution is concerned. Hope you all understood the little introduction what I told you. So let us discuss about the philosophy of the constitution. So what is the heading we have written on the screen, Nana? It's very clear. The major philosophy of the constitution is clearly reflected in the preamble of the constitution. The philosophy of a constitution is clearly reflected in the preamble. Now, what is preamble? There is no need for me to tell, I believe, but still, let us discuss what is preamble. In your first year, you have studied. Preamble is nothing but introduction to the constitution. Preamble explains about aims and objectives of the constitution. So what is our preamble says? Our preamble says very clearly that we, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute India with what? Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Everyone knows what is sovereign. Sovereign is nothing but supreme power. Supreme power should be there both internal and externally. And when you talk of what to say secular, all the religions are treated equally. Democratic, every people in the country should be given equal rights, equal opportunity, equality should be prevailed. Republic, people should be given a chance for electing their representative. And social is nothing but where there is a nationalization of the industries. So this is what is our preamble is concerned. So sometimes in the example, they might ask for the 2 marks in the preamble. What is the preamble of Indian constitution? So you should be ready to say that, Indian preamble is nothing but explains about aims and aspiration. Indian preamble explains about that India to be sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, socialist republic. So this is what, you can able to write. Apart from that, in the preamble, we also mention about justice, equality, liberty, justice, equality, liberty, fraternity. What is this justice? Justice means, the justice should be there in social, economic, political. Liberty in thought and expression, belief, faith and worship. Equality of status and opportunity. And everyone should promote the fraternity is concerned. Now, what is this fraternity? It means nothing but, trying to feel as a brotherhoodness. And apart from that, with all this, the philosophy, with the principles, in the preamble, the constitution came into force on 26 January 1950. That is where we celebrate as Republic Day. So everybody is clear with the philosophy and the preamble is concerned. Let us discuss about the features. So there is no need for me to tell all the 14 points. It is there on your screen. Maybe you can able to look what are the features of the Indian Constitution is concerned. So let us discuss each and everything in detail. First, written and detailed constitution. Our constitution is the written and the detailed constitution in the world. In the facts, we have studied that Indian constitution is one of the best constitution. I told you why it is best constitution is with so much of articles in the constitution, we have only amended for 100 more than 100 times is concerned. That's very positive sign, and that's why it is treated as the best constitution in the world. So let us discuss. Originally on 26th January 1950, we had 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedules. But at present, we have 460 articles, 22 parts and 12 schedules is concerned. And look at the figures, 460 articles, 22 parts and 12 schedules. It's not, that, easy. The constitution is such a detailed constitution. Each and every article has been clearly explained. So that's why we say our constitution is the written constitution and detailed constitution. So what is preamble? Just now we have studied India is nothing but sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. Of course, on 26 January 1950, socialist and the secular word was not included. It was included in 1976 with 42nd constitutional amendment. Let us discuss about the next feature, that is nothing but combination of rigid and flexibility. Now, what is the meaning of the rigid? The articles which cannot be changed easily is rigid. The articles which can be changed easily is flexible. So I gave you the meaning of the rigid and flexible. Let me repeat once again. The articles which cannot be changed easily is rigid. The articles which can be changed easily is nothing but flexible. So Indian Constitution is both rigid and flexible features are there together. Now, what are the articles which cannot be changed easily, and what are the articles which can be changed, which cannot be changed easily? Let me tell you what are all the articles which cannot be changed easily. What are all the articles which can be changed easily? So, for example, on your screen, a formation of new states, changing the boundaries of the states, rules regarding the citizenship require simple resolution. Means some of these articles are what in nature? Flexible in nature. But matter related to fundamental rights, directive principles of state policy requires 2/3, that is special majority, what we call. So there are certain articles which can be changed easily with simple resolution. There are certain articles which can be changed with simple resolution, but there are the articles you require 2/3 majority. So that's why we say Indian Constitution is a combination of both rigid and flexible. Similarly, Indian Constitution is unitary and federal features. It has got both unitary and federal features. What is this? When did India become federation? Everybody knows, when you talk of what to say Indian Constitution is concerned, India prescribed India as a union of states and provides a federal structure. Now, what is a federal structure? Having two types of government, both at central and the center. Now, here it prescribed unitary system in emergencies and federal system on the ordinary occasions. Means whenever there is war, whenever there is constitutional emergency, whenever there is financial emergency, or whenever there is emergency situation arises, the country the administration become unitary. Other than emergency, the country functions in the federal system. What are the unitary features? The unitary features are single citizenship, election commission, all India services, single and integrated judiciary. These are nothing but unitary features what we have in Indian Constitution. And the federal features what we have is, written and rigid constitution. Bicameralism means having two types of two houses in the legislature. Representation of the states in the upper chamber. So these are what features, these are nothing but the federal features. So Indian Constitution is not only rigid and flexible, but Indian Constitution is unitary with federal features also. Let us discuss about the next thing, parliamentary government. Now, from where did we have taken the parliamentary form of government? From which country we have drawn the parliamentary form of government? Parliamentary form of government was taken from British Constitution, we can say. Now, parliamentary government is been introduced both at the central and the state level. Now, sir, what is this parliamentary form of government wherein Prime Minister along with Council of Ministers will be the head of the state? Similarly, in the state, we follow Chief Minister along with the Council of Ministers heads the state is concerned. So, both at the central and the state level, we practice parliamentary form of government. So, however, the British type of hereditary monarchy is not adopted in the Indian constitution. Now, parliamentary government or parliamentary system means where you have two executives, one is real and the nominal one. Prime Minister as a real executive, President as a nominal executive. Prime Minister and Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the legislature. This is the beautiful feature of the parliamentary form of government. Now, Constitution also provides independent judiciary. What is independent judiciary? Independent judiciary means that everyone knows what is the meaning of the judiciary. Judiciary is nothing but the court. The court has to be free, fair, and impartial. I'm repeating the words. The court has to deliver the justice with free, fair, and impartial. It should not function with fear nor favor, either to legislature or to executive. So our constitution should be free, fair, and impartial. It should not function with fear or favor to the executive and the legislature. Now, judiciary enjoys independence. When can you see independence? When the matters in the sake of appointment of the judges, their tenure, salaries, service condition, promotions. Here it acts independently. And judiciary also enjoys judicial review. In the first year, you have studied about the judicial review. What is the meaning of judicial review? It means, the judiciary has the power to declare the law as constitutional or unconstitutional. So this is regarding the independence of judiciary. Next, get back to the directive principles of state policy. What is this directive principles of state policy? For what the directive principles of state policy are made? What does it do? Directive principles are taken is there in the part 4, and Article 36 to 51 deals with directive principles. And directive principles were taken from which country? Irish country. We have taken from the Irish constitution. Why the directive principles were created in the constitution? It was incorporated in the constitution to transform India into welfare state, Gandhian state, and the liberal oriented state. So we have included directive principles for what? To transform India into a welfare state, Gandhian and liberal oriented state is concerned. It enables the state to provide new social order based on economic, political, and social justice. So the main aim of directive principles is to create economic, political, and social justice. Now, directive principles of state policy is classified into 3: socialist principle, Gandhian principles, liberal principles. Of course, we study this in the coming chapter. Next, what are the fundamental rights? The other feature of the Indian Constitution is, the incorporation of the fundamental rights. Where is the fundamental rights incorporated? Fundamental rights were incorporated in Part 3 and Article 12 to 35 deals with fundamental rights. Now, these were drawn from which country? Fundamental rights were drawn from American Constitution. And every citizen can enjoy these rights subject to restriction. Every citizen has got all this the rights, but they enjoy these rights with certain restriction. Originally there were 7 fundamental rights, but one right is deleted. I've written down Nana, that is right to property is deleted. Now, apart from the deleted rights, what are the rights what we enjoy? These are the 6 rights what we enjoy: right to equality, right to freedom, a right to religion, a right against exploitation, cultural and educational rights, a right to constitutional remedies. Now you have to follow this order only: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to religious freedom, cultural and educational rights, a right to constitutional remedies. And the right which is deleted is what right, Nana? Right to property is deleted. Now at present we have only 6 fundamental rights only. So the next other features which is there on your screen, let us discuss about the fundamental duties. Now, fundamental duties, originally it was not there in our constitution. That is, on 26 January 1950 it was not there. It was included only in 1976 with 42nd Amendment. Now, which article explains it? Article 51, Part 4A explains about fundamental duties. How many duties were there? 10 fundamental duties, were there, but in 2002, one more was included. So at present, we have 11 fundamental duties. To quote some fundamental duties is respect national anthem, national song, respect the constitution, respect women, protect public property, not to abjure the volumes. And these are some of the fundamental duties. Of course, we study this in the coming chapter. Next one is we have single citizenship. Our constitution provided in the citizens a single citizenship. Now, why it has provided a single citizenship? The reason is very clear. The single citizenship is provided for preserving the unity and integrity of the nation. So Indian constitution provides Indian a single citizenship is concerned. Why the single citizenship is provided? In order to maintain unity, integrity of the nation. Next comes is universal adult franchise. What does universal adult franchise means? It means every citizen has a right to vote. It means every citizen has a right to vote. Now, in India, every citizen are given the right to vote without any discrimination. Now, by giving universal adult franchise, we can able to realize the popular sovereignty is concerned. So, in India, every citizen has got right to vote without any discrimination. By giving this right to the citizens, we can realize, yes, in India there is popular sovereignty. And when you talk of the voting age in India was 21 years till from 1950 to 1987. So in India, the voting age was 21 years from 1950 to 1987. But it was amended. I mean, that means to say what? From 21 years, it has been reduced to 18 years. When did it has done? In the year of 1988, by 61st Constitutional Amendment, voting age was reduced to 18 years. Originally, it was 21 years. Now, at present, how many years? No, 18 years is concerned. So, this is another feature of the Indian Constitution. Then comes bicameral legislature. What is bicameral legislature? In the first year you have studied. It means a legislature consisting of two houses. So, Indian Constitution provides that there should be a bicameral legislature at the national level. Now, this means legislature in India. What is a legislature? Parliament is the legislature. So, this means legislature consists of how many houses? Two houses. What are the two houses? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. So, Lok Sabha is nothing but where the members are elected directly by the people. That's why we call that House of People. In Rajya Sabha, the members are indirectly elected by the state. That's why we call that as House of States. So, bicameral legislature, you could be able to understand. Next one, Panchayat Raj and Nagar Palikas is concerned. Now, what is this Panchayat Raj and Nagar Palikas? This was the dream of Gandhiji is concerned. So, Gandhiji expressed many a times the need for the establishment and strengthening the local governments, governing for improving the conditions of the people. He further believed that the governments have the obligation of providing facilities for improving efficiency of the local bodies. See, this was a dream of Gandhiji, and he expressed several times that the need for establishing and strengthening the local governing for improving the conditions of the people. So, from where did we, started practicing this Panchayat Raj and Nagar Palikas with, for 73rd Constitutional Amendment and 74th Constitutional Amendment, we included Panchayat Raj system. Panchayat Raj are of two types: rural urban administration. Rural administration is, the Panchayat Raj institutions are Zilla Parishad, Mandal Parishad, Gram Panchayat. At the urban level, we have municipal corporation, municipal council, and Nagar Panchayat. So this was one of the features of the Indian Constitution, wherein it expressed about the decentralization of powers also. And the last one is nothing but special provisions relating to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Why a special provisions has to be given? because these were the people who were socially boycotted. These were the people who are poor. These were the people they did not had the education. So Ambedkar, in order to do justice to the people, he has given special provisions regarding SCs and STs is concerned. Now, I mean, it in the sense Constitution directs both union and state government to review the steps taken for improvement of backward classes through setting up of the independent commission. So to take care of the SCs and STs and other backward classes, government has set up an independent commission to study about the provisions regarding SCs and STs and other backward classes concerned. Hope you all understood the features of Indian Constitution. Listen to the lecture once, twice and thrice. You can able to understand. So all the best to all the students, Nana.